Live from Utah's first TV station, ABC4 News celebrates 75 years.
Welcome to ABC4 News at 10. I'm Glenn Mills.
And I'm Emily Flores. We thank you for joining us. We do begin tonight with the murder-suicide in Sugar House being the latest incident in a series of domestic abuse cases recently.
ABC4's Elena Castro live in studio tonight with a look at resources available to help.
It's never easy to hear these stories, and oftentimes the first question people ask is why. I spoke with local expert Jen Oxborough on domestic signs to look out for and ways you can help a situation.
States of crisis often don't stem from nothing. Oxborough shares how you can help a domestic situation if you've noticed something strange.
If you see someone who is isolating their family, using a lot of power and control, suddenly has access to lethal means, or their behaviors just feel off and you're not sure what it is, try talking with them, and you can call the Domestic Violence Coalition as someone who's concerned about this.
Oxborough serves as a clinical forensic social worker and formerly led the Utah Domestic Violence Coalition and also helped to implement the statewide lethality assessment protocol.
When things escalate quickly and you have access to lethal means like a firearm, it can turn deadly very, very quickly. So again, when people are in crisis, just knowing how to safely secure lethal means and how to find resources. There's always free confidential help available 24/7.
The Domestic Violence Coalition helps you to initiate and navigate conversation. There are plenty of resources as a witness or as someone in the midst of a domestic abuse relationship.
If it's violence that's happening within a family system or a former partnership, the Utah Domestic Violence Coalition, Division of Child and Family Services, the Department of Human Services are there to help, and definitely law enforcement are as well.
If you or someone you know is in need of domestic abuse help, please know you're not alone. Call one of these numbers on your screen. There is help available, and there is always a listening ear at the other end of the line. Back to you.
Elena, thank you. Record snow, now flooding, has UDOT requesting more money to deal with mitigation needs. They're asking for a transfer of funds from the highway maintenance budget to snow and flood mitigation projects. UDOT spending $41 million on plowing the roads this year, exceeding the anticipated budget of $24 million. The focus now shifting from snow to flood mitigation. With all the heavy flooding, the department needs money to fix damaged roads and potholes.
You know, shifting now into flooding and all of the potholes that we've seen because of the weather, you know, making sure that those are filled and that the roads are in good condition. So, you know, all in all, a very demanding, active year so far.
Governor Cox calling for a special session on this week to address the situation and extend the emergency declaration for flooding.
All right, for the latest in the forecast, let's head over for a check of it all with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
Hi.
Alana, hi.
I feel like, how are you, Glenn? I was waiting to hear from you. I just felt like, okay.
I'm just thinking we need to get those potholes filled. That's what I'm
I thought you were taken aback by our colorful dresses.
I feel like a case of the Mondays coming from Mr. Mills. Potholes? Okay, we're going to go with the warming trend because that is the big issue. I thought he was going to say something about the 80s because that's where we were today. But as we talk about the forecast, we know this warmth has moved in. We're above average and it's caused issues. River flooding is huge. Okay, I want to show you the latest video. This is coming out of Blacksmith Fork. This is the river flooding that's happening up in Cache Valley. This is South Logan, and this is the Blacksmith Fork River that's actually pushed over into this pasture. Thank you so much to Bob Edwards for sending this our way. This is why the area is under a flood advisory. You can see all that water, and it's just one of several Utah waterways facing warnings, advisories, and watches. Right now, the Bear River near Woodruff Narrows under a flood warning. So is the Sevier River near Hatch, the Ogden River near Huntsville, and new today, the Strawberry River just outside of Strawberry Reservoir. Now a flood warning in place there. As we take a look at the flood watch, Weber River near Plain City, Little Bear River, which is up towards Cache Valley. Also seeing this near Jensen, Utah for the Green River flood advisory for the Bear River near Corinne and Blacksmith Fork near Hiram, which you just saw that video of. So several flood alerts in effect as our snowpack continues to come off the mountains. We had thunderstorms out there today too. This was video from the ABC4 backyard with the rain coming down, crack of thunder thunder, some lightning, and even some pea-sized hail. Storm tracker radar shows us that we still have some activity out there. It's in the northwestern corner of the state toward Park Valley and Wendover. Some of those will drift towards the Wasatch Front as these storms move northeast. Also over Zion National Park and Kane County near Kanab, as well as the Iron County Mountains. Some showers popping up in that region. A very unsettled pattern setting up. I'll explain why and when to expect our next round of thunderstorms coming up in my full forecast. Emily, Glenn, over to you.
Thank you, Lana. Turning out to Midway, where the future of a home costing millions and at the center of a murder case is now left with an unknown future. And those interested in purchasing it have a big decision to make. Nicknamed the Midway Mansion, the home sits on nearly 10 acres just north of State Route 113. The home costing Corey Richens and her late husband, Eric, $2 million, and was at the heart of a disagreement between the couple, according to records. The search warrant for Richens' arrest saying that Eric was planning on telling his wife they were not going to buy the home. The day after Eric's death, though, the report saying she signed the closing papers on the $2 million mansion. 2 weeks after Eric's death, Richens placing the home back on the market for more than $3 million.
And today marks the beginning of Police Week, and we are remembering all of those who gave their lives in the line of duty. A special ceremony hosted at Hill Air Force Base today, hosted by the 75th Security Forces Squadron. 5 local police departments participating in the event along with their families. The Hill's working military dogs also put up a special demonstration. It's a time where the community gathers to recognize and honor the sacrifices of those in law enforcement.
The brotherhood is the most important thing, the family aspect that we have, no matter if we're meeting each other for the first time or we've served together for 10 years.
People around the nation honoring the heroes of law enforcement who suit up and head to the front lines facing unknown dangers daily.
Coming up, Craig Worth taking a look back at a time when people visiting Salt Lake City for the day came by train. A glimpse into a day of travel in tonight's Worth Watching.
And it's really green up there in Cache Valley. Scott Taylor catching this video of Richmond as you look towards the mountains. We've melted more than half of our snowpack, but there's still plenty to come down. The warmth will help with that. What you need to know as we make it through the work week, coming up in Utah's most accurate forecast.